Have you ever had something devastating happen in your life? I guess we all have, right? Maybe when you were a kid, you lost your grandma. Or maybe when you got older, you got broken up with for the first time. Or maybe you lost a job, or you lost a parent, or whatever. Something happened that just broke your world and broke your heart. That's part of the human experience, but how do we deal with it? Whenever these bad things happen, how do you deal with it? I mean, do you just pray a whole lot and hope that magically you feel better? Or do you read the Bible and just keep on reading until you find a verse that, all the gray skies break open and the light shines down and the angels sing and everything's okay? I mean, what do we do whenever we're heartbroken, whenever our world falls apart, whenever we get devastated? Do you know Jesus had that kind of stuff happen in his life? Usually we think about Jesus as this sort of superhuman person, impervious to human emotion and pain and all these things, and the only time things were ever hard was when he's on the cross, but that's really not true. Hebrews chapter 2 teaches that Jesus went through everything we go through so that he could be our brother, so that he could understand us, and also so that he could be the captain of our salvation, to lead us to salvation and to overcome the things that we face in this fallen world. So how did he handle it? In Matthew chapter 14, Jesus had just found out about the death of his cousin John the Baptist. And it says in verse 13 of Matthew chapter 14 that Jesus took his disciples and they went away. They got on a boat and went across the sea to be just by themselves after this really hard time that he faced. And isn't that what you usually do whenever something bad happens? You just say, I just want to get away from it all, just kind of check out, get some close friends, and that'll make me feel better. But then the crazy thing is whenever Jesus and his disciples, his friends got across the sea, they got there and a whole lot of people who were looking for Jesus, they had run around and beat them to the other side. And so Jesus shows up on the shore, and if I were Jesus, I would have said, get away, leave me alone, I just need some time by myself. But it's interesting, that's not how Jesus handled his heartache. That's not how he handled this big devastating moment in his life. In verse 14 of Matthew 14, it says, when he went ashore, he saw a large crowd, and he felt compassion for them, and he healed their sick. Mark chapter 6 teaches that Jesus also taught the people many things. And later on here in Matthew 14 and in Mark 6, it talks about how Jesus actually fed thousands of people who were hungry and who were seeking after him. So to sum it up, the way Jesus handled his heartache was he served other people. So I don't know what's going on in your life, what kind of pains you're having, what kind of heartache you have right now. But if you're going to be like Jesus, and isn't that all what we're trying to do, then you need to serve. Find someone else around you. Find an orphan or a widow in your church. Find someone in your neighborhood who you know doesn't know Jesus. Find anybody who needs some love, needs some service, and serve them to help you overcome your heartache so that you can be like Jesus. And ultimately, so that as we seek after Jesus, we can be people who are truly reaching upward together toward heaven. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, help us figure out how we can do this better as we're all on our journey.